So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Herbert off of play action. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This defense for the Packers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Herbert now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now.
Deontay Hardy back deep.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A very solid gain of 27.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, Rodgers.
His throw complete right side to the tight end, Parham. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend, and usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. For a tight end, some of the best hands in the game.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And Watson has it right side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Christian Watson
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Packers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Charger drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Rodgers now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now will be 3rd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a real...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack. But trying to get the defense to flow the other direction on the bootleg. But, Charles, they were not fooled whatsoever.
I like your description there because on that flow, all you're trying to do is get them to take one step or two to the opposite side, and then you gain the advantage. But a really nice job by the defense. They didn't get caught up in it at all, able to bring him down.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
The Packers had 10-3 on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Eckler now between the tackles. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 21-0, our score after 1. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Allen's first catch, good for a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like...
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. This is a counter play. Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
It's not like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw here, Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watts. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 40 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Rodgers to throw once more.
This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He'll buy some time right. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A.
Mike Williams.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is down to 28-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And it's a Packers touchdown. Donald Parham, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Going back to Allen, he's got him again.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Second and 7.
Me and you all day. I'm
Herbert throwing again. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's 2nd down.
Herbert back to the air. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. On 1st down, Justin Herbert throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert steps away to his left. He's airing it out for Williams, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts and there's still a quarter to go.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue him a little bit.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.